Hey, Viking fans, there was one personnel decision the first week of training camp that has raised some eyebrows. Let's talk about that next in three, two, one. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit like. I'm giving away the Jalen Naylor Mosaic rookie card. It's a higher end brand. Jalen Naylor, big time season this year for Jalen Naylor. Just all you have to do is hit like, give me the 50 likes, then comment in the comment section. I'll run a raffle. Didn't get over 50 the last video. YouTube hates me, so help push it. Appreciate it. Let's talk about Joejuan Williams. I want to say Joejuan because that's what it looks like, but Joejuan Williams, he got a starting nod early in camp, first 2 days. I didn't really hear much after that, but it kind of makes sense. And I'm gonna pull out some articles that kind of tell you why. Let's start with Star Tribune. They did an article after the second day of training camp, giving us some insight on Joejuan Williams's background. Now I've had him at 6'3", 6'4", 212-ish pounds. Big guy. Kind of reminds you of Xavier Rhodes a little bit. Size-wise, I think Xavier Rhodes has a little higher ceiling than this guy. But hey, let's find out what the Star Tribune, NFL, and the NFL draft profile thought of him. Let's start with the Star Tribune. Bring that up. Headline brought to you by Andrew Kramer. After a year away from football, cornerback Joejuan Williams starts camp in Vikings first team defense. A former Patriot who missed last season because of a shoulder injury has held down the number 3 corner job through 2 practices. Okay, so little insight. He was a second-round pick, so there was talent there. Played in the SEC for Vanderbilt, top competition, and they traded up to go get him. So the Patriots didn't just sit back and pick him in the second round. He got traded up, and he was in the green room at the draft, so he had to stay till day 2. So he was expected potentially go in the first round. He wanted that draft experience. He had quite a bit of family there. He was a local Nashville kid, grew up a Titans fan. This guy loves football, played at a prestigious school in Nashville. Joejuan Williams, the new Vikings cornerback, didn't play last season. A shoulder injury during Patriots training camp ended his 4th NFL campaign before it even started. But Williams said Thursday he wouldn't take it back for anything because he spent the last season studying the game and looking inward. A year later, Williams spent the first 2 days of Vikings training camp with the first team defense. He's been the additional outside corner when coordinator Brian Flores moved starter Byron Murphy Jr. into the slot. Caleb Evans has held down the other outside corner spot. So this is where Kwesi and Brian Flores' apparent genius is coming into play. This is a 6'3" corner. I'm giving him 6'3". 6'3" corner. And they're moving Byron Murphy into the slot, putting him at the corner in a Caleb Evans. This is a decent sized corner back group then. We're not going short on anybody. This is pretty decent sized cornerback group. I like it. And I know Caleb Evans was a press corner coming out of college. I honestly don't know a whole lot about Byron Murphy and his abilities, but apparently he's a jack of all trades, well respected, has had a good career so far. But bringing in Joejuan Williams as the other corner and moving Byron Murphy Jr. to the slot, that is great. That is great. Now, obviously, I wanted Blackman or Booth Jr. to win that starting spot. just because they were drafted that way. But hey, give me a shot. Give me a shot with this guy at 6'3" in the red zone. Playing a bigger receiver. And he was a press corner coming out of college. We'll read his draft report. Let's get through this. Everything happens for a reason, said Williams, who signed a 1-year minimum salary deal in free agency. Minimum salary. No shit. He was a second round pick. I grew a lot once football got taken away from me. Had that gratitude, a deeper sense of gratitude, and a deeper fire in my heart to go out there again and show what I can do on the field. He was behind some good corners apparently in New England, so he didn't get a whole shot, and then he starts his 4th year out for the season. Williams, a 2019 second-round pick by New England, has held down the number 3 corner job through 2 unpadded practices. Now, they put in unpadded, but honestly, this guy can tackle. His college tape shows he's aggressive. He's average or better. I think better. I would lean towards better run defender. Uses his big body to bring people down. There's some cool things about him, and they'll bring that up just from watching him. He doesn't give up on plays. I've seen a couple plays where he punches out the ball that the guy clearly was going to catch it, and he's at the last second punched out. There's a highlight of him as a corner where the receiver has beat him in the end zone, his knees touch, and before the rest of his body hits the ground, he punches at the ball, knocks it out. They overturn the touchdown. This guy doesn't give up on plays, guys. Doesn't give up on plays. And another thing about him is he's got hands. He's got ball skills, fellas and ladies. He can catch the ball. It's a good defender. Glad we got him on the team. There's some depth there. And the fact that he's impressed so far to where they said, hey, let's put the 26-year-old cornerback in a first team defensive role. Williams, let's see here. This ain't set in stone. Williams said it's not week 1 yet, and even though it's always interchangeable. Williams' experience stands out among young teammates. His 38 NFL games played, 2 in the playoffs. Got some experience there. Trail only Murphy's among Minnesota's current corners, and only safety Harrison Smith is older than Williams, who turns 26 in December among the team's defensive backs. So he's only 25 right now. So this is great. We may have found somebody here. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. I am cautiously optimistic with this guy. Williams' pass also messes with Flores, who spent 15 years in New England as both scout and coach. Hey, before you move on, hit like, give me 50 likes, giving away the Jalen Naylor rookie card mosaic. It's a higher end brand. We'll give that away. This is my test run of starting to get giveaways. I'll step them up, but I'm starting out with my boy Jalen Naylor. All right. Little philosophies. Williams said Flo got his start there as well. So having those similarities have definitely helped. And overall, though, just being a pro, learning how to be a pro, that's definitely carried over the Patriots to here. So Flores, who spent 15 years in New England and both a scout and coach, they got that in common. I don't think they crossed paths because he was in Miami. While not playing last season, Williams said he devoted time with his Patriots position coach, Mike Pellegrino, to watch film and learn more about the NFL defenses. So he sat down and was watching tape with Pellegrino. Now, one thing there is that even though Brian Flores was the coach at Miami, guess who they played? The Patriots. So he probably had tape on this guy. Probably saw him play. So he might have had some input of going out and getting this guy. I was able to learn fronts and learn the front seven. He said, I know not only my responsibilities, but I know everybody else's. It just makes my game a lot easier. So it feels like he thinks it's slowing down for him. The game is slowing down for him. That's good to hear. Safety Cameron Bynum said 160 players participate. Oh, okay. So that's just another article. Now, just some NFL draft profile here. He's out of Nashville, Tennessee. He came out a year early. They had him at 6'4", 211 pounds, arms 32 and a half, 9 3/4. All pretty good measurements. All pretty good. I think he's 6'3", though, according to NFL right now, not the profile. But that one makes sense. I think this is after the combine. He ran a 40-yard dash of 4.64, but he came back and I think he ran a 4.53 at his pro day. So he was disappointed, but the Patriots drafted him in the second round and traded up to go get him anyways. So they probably weren't too worried about 10-yard split, 1.53, which is pretty average. He didn't do anything else, but his bench press 17 reps. So he's a strong kid. 17 reps for a corner is pretty good. It's pretty good. Player bio: Williams attempted to transfer high school as a senior, but the State High School Association denied his hardship case. He has been an all-state pick at Nashville's Father Ryan High School his junior year, so the Commodores didn't have to go far to recruit him. Williams played in all 13 games as a reserve his true freshman season, collecting 19 tackles, including 4 in the team's bowl game, 1.5 for a loss, and 2 pass breakups. Williams started all 13 games of sophomore season, 39 tackles, 2.5 for loss, 10 pass breakups, but really showed NFL scouts his true potential during his junior year. These 3 years. This isn't any COVID crap going on. 3 years as a junior, when he was voted second team All SEC by league coaches after recording 61 tackles, 2 for a loss, 4 interceptions, 14 pass breakups, and 13 starts as a true junior. And then he went for the NFL. So he had room to grow, honestly. He had room to grow. He'd only played 3 years. He's a young guy coming out of college, maybe 21. Gets drafted in the second round, going to the Patriots. Doesn't make a splash, but their loss, our gain, we pick him up, league minimum. Overview: long press corner has shown an ability to use his size and aggression as a zealot in contested catch battles. Like I said, he doesn't give up on plays. While he has traits to build upon, the Georgia game shined a light on his press inefficiency, lack of speed, and inconsistent ball skills with his back to the quarterback. Coaching and scheme can improve or cover some of these areas, but the early results could be a bit uneven. If the technique catches up with the traits, the play demeanor and talent should make him a solid NFL starter. So he was projected as a starter, but was inconsistent. His strengths: excellent combination of size and length, all true. Battle tested against upper echelon talent at receiver, yes. Ball production found him this season. Time with the corner or the interceptions, absolutely smothering once he ensnares the release. Outside release gets smashed against the boundary. Plays with good agility for his size, so if they go to the boundary, he's got it covered. It looks like he gets squashes them against the sideline. Plays with good agility for his size. That's good to hear. Functional self-fixer after an early misstep in coverage. Good. Has size to compete against big physical NFL targets. True. Length and physicality tilt contested catches in his favor. That's great. They said he was inconsistent, though. Very quick hands to strike into a passing lane. He did. He like I said, the couple plays I saw where he's punched out the ball and were sure catches. He's got that skill. That's great. Rips between and through arms and hands. Great to hear. A bad play doesn't seem to wreck his confidence. Aggressive and reliable tackler, finisher in space. I'll agree with all that right there. These are good strengths, really good strengths. Weaknesses: makes flashy plays and gives them up, I guess. Impatient from press is a concern. Displaced out of position by outside release fakes. Needs better connection rate with jams. Lacks hips and long speed to survive a speedster's head start. I would agree with this. He looks a little stiff. And that's what I was saying, red zone. Downfield ball skills need work. Panicky hands when back to the ball. Grabs are, I did see a little of that. Grabs or attacks receiver prematurely, resulting in penalties. I've seen this. Inconsistent finding and adjusting to the throw. Issue with coverage balance from zone against Georgia. Slow to, I guess this Georgia game is terrible. I'm going to have to go watch it. Slow to match cornerbacks from bail technique. All right. That's Joejuan Williams getting some early reps in the starting defense. So not the starting outside corner when we go heavy, but when we go nickel, he comes in and plays the boundary, and Murphy plays the slot early in practice. Let's see what happens when we put pads on. This guy is better in physical situations, so contact is to his benefit. Let's say so. Put the pads on, get this guy hitting people. It'll show his worth a little bit more against the run. He's a good defender. Now, make sure you hit like, giving away the Jalen Naylor card, Mosaic, High and Brand. How it will work is I'll contact you and on the comment section. Make sure you comment so I can put you in the raffle. So you just have to be subscribed, like, comment. I will send you my email address. You contact me, giving me yours, and I'll mail that to you in the envelope. All right, Skull Vikings, Joejuan Williams, ready to play. He's starting out with a lot. There's a lot of confidence in him right now. Let's see how the camp unfolds. See if see if Blackman can come back out of nowhere and steal the starting spot from him. But I wouldn't mind having a 6-3 corner. Skull Vikes. Cue the music.